Holy pa what? Holy pa what? Comrades, friends, my heart is full. The truth is, I certainly did not expect the outpouring of support and love from you, the people of Central Clarendon. You have brought tears to my eyes tonight. Comrades, I am particularly pleased tonight because most of you would know. If you look to your left, you see your neighbors. If you look to your right, you see your friends. All of you standing, most of you standing before me tonight, hail from right here in Central Clarendon. We never mobilize from anywhere. This is the Republic of Central Clarendon. Marcus Garvey once said that chance has never yet satisfied the hope of a struggling people. Chance has never yet satisfied the hope of a suffering people. And if Marcus Garvey were alive tonight, he would say that the people of Central Clarendon have been suffering for 40 years. If Marcus Garvey were alive today, he would say that the people of Central Clarendon have been in bondage for 40 years. But I am here to tell you tonight, comrades, I am here to tell you that we are here to rescue Central Clarendon from the clutches of the Labourites. Comrades, a lot of people look at me and they think that because I'm a woman, I am soft. They look and they make the mistake of thinking that because we're decent, we're not up to the task. But make we tell them that we're going to mash down that lie. Because a lot of people don't know this, but I'm happy that a number of the speakers have indicated to you tonight that you have a leader who was born in Central Clarendon. You have a leader whose navel string cut in a Central Clarendon down at Denby Hospital. You have a leader whose mother was born in Central Clarendon. A leader whose grandmother was born in Central Clarendon. And you have a candidate who will win Central Clarendon for the People's National Party. Now, comrades and friends, we know that them want to make we feel like Central Clarendon can't go into the winning blocks for the People's National Party. But we want to mash down that lie. And I'm going to tell you why I know it is a lie. You see, the candidate that stands before you, at every single step of her life, she has been told that she couldn't accomplish what she wanted to accomplish. So when I was 10 years old, they told me I was too young to start high school. But I started Glenmuir High at 10 years old. When I was 17 years old and I told them that I wanted to do law, they told me that I was too young to do law. Comrades, we did it. I did law at 17. At 22 years old, when they told me that it was too soon to go out on my own and open my own law firm, I did it at 22. So you see, when them tell us at Central Clarendon, we can't win for the PNP, what we tell them, say? I love the energy. I love the conviction. I love the excitement. We mash down that lie. Because, comrades, I can tell you, having lived here, worked here, my office, you're standing on the foundations of my office. And I say time and time again, you know, when you're a country lawyer, you're a head cook and bottle washer, you're a therapist, you're a friend, you're a teacher, you're a counselor, you're a best friend to everybody. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I've sat in my office and long before me enter politics and people know which political party me support, when we would speak to people who come in, I can tell you that more than 80% were actually comrades or supporters of the People's National Party. And Carlos said 90. So when we tell you that there are PNP presence and personnel in the constituency, we're not joking. And you can see it tonight because this is PNP River in central Clarendon. So the PNP has arisen. The PNP in Central, on the wake up. The PNP in Central is ready for victory for the People's National Party. Now, comrades, I am happy to hear you say that you are not afraid because we know the struggles. We know what we face when we go into the streets and into the communities. We know the threats and the intimidation, but you have stood firm. You have been bold. You have been courageous. And it gives me strength tonight to know that you stand with me, even in the face of all of that. And I have to say to you, commendations. Big up on yourself, because we have some of the firmest comrades in central Clarendon. Now, comrades, don't you think for a minute that it is going to be easy. It is not going to be a walk in the park. I am going to need the shoulders of each and every one of you tonight. I am going to need you to put on your Gideon shoes, strap it up, and make we walk the hills and the valleys. Make we walk to Pleasant Valley, to Racetrack, to Canaanites, to Farm, to Buckner. Make we walk round and round the walls of central Clarendon until the walls come tumbling down. And let us wake up the sleeping giants that are the People's National Party supporters in central Clarendon. I want us to talk and have a little conversation, because the truth is we know that for 40 years we have had the same member of parliament in central Clarendon. For 40 years we have had no change, no development, no progress, nothing at all in central Clarendon. We have a town where whenever little water fall, whenever little rain fall, the whole of the town flood out. The whole of your houses flood out. The whole of your business flood out. And I can tell you I was moved to tears last year when a little 7-year-old boy was swept away in flood waters because of the poor drainage system that we have here in central Clarendon. And to know that we have a member of parliament who is not just a little member of parliament. This is a man who has served as cabinet minister. This is a man who has had responsibility for the Ministry of Transport and Works. He had the resources to fix the problem, but yet for 40 years, he not done nothing about it. It tells me that we do not have a representative who cares about the people. It tells me that we do not have a representative who has the interest of the people at heart. It is a shame and a disgrace that after 40 years, we still have a hospital where if you fall down and break your hand or break your foot, them have to send you go a Mandeville to go get it set. A big hospital like that, it is a shame and disgrace. And my commitment to you, my friends and comrades, is to ensure that once we have the reins of power in central Clarendon, your hospital will be upgraded so that you don't have to leave Clarendon and journey, go all the way to Mandeville or Manchester to get proper medical and health care. I know that we have a very, very telling issue of crime and violence here in central Clarendon. Just the other day, you know that me always I walk on the street by myself and I drive go everywhere by myself. And just the other day, I was walking towards a plaza on Fernley, but me never sure which one of the shop the place was where I wanted to go. And I asked a man who I saw there, But him look so nervous, him just look behind him. Everywhere I walk, him I look behind him. And me ask him, so what happened? And him said to me, so boy, me just check to see if nobody will follow me or nobody will come shoot me. And I said to myself, this is a central Clarendon that we should not have to live in with that level of fear that any day could be the last day. We have a prime minister who had promised us that we could sleep with our windows and doors open. But what happened to that promise? We have a member of parliament who, whenever all of those things are happening, you never hear a word, not a whisper, not a peep from the member of parliament. And so I feel strongly, comrades and friends, that Maypen deserves somebody who will not be afraid to stand up for the people of Maypen. Maypen and Central Clarendon, by extension, deserve to have a representative who will have your best interests at heart, so that you don't have to worry when you leave a meeting like this. You don't have to fret when you're up on the road and 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock come. There will be adequate mechanisms in place to ensure your safety and security, so that business also don't have to close by 5 o'clock. So that you, the little higglers, don't have to run left your things them on the cart because you hear so the scammers are the extortionists them in the market. We have a duty to give you a Maypen that you deserve to have after 40 years of neglect. And very importantly, one of the most pressing issues I've encountered in my walks, in my conversations with you, is the issue of unemployment in Central Clarendon. Too many of our young boys and our young girls are leaving from school. They have a good education. Some of them have a good skill, but yet them not have nothing to do. Too many of our people are sitting at home with absolutely no employment at all. But yet we have never heard our member of parliament come out and say that this is an issue that is a pressing issue that will be addressed by him as representative. And so I want to share with you a little bit tonight, because I know I can't go into all of it. We have a big complex called Denby Showground. It is 53 acres, my comrades and friends. 53 acres of idle land that it remains idle 350 days out of the year. Only for the few little days when Denby Showground come in August. That is the place where we can have BPO facilities. If Manchester can't have BPO, why Central Clarendon can't have BPO? It is that same facility with 53 acres that I will ensure that I advocate to ensure that warehousing facilities are placed there, so that you, men, women, young boys, young girls can get employment in Central Clarendon. We have a lot of land in Sevens Estates. We have a lot of land in Pleasant Valley. We need to create that environment where we can give the young people them one little plot of land, give the seniors one little plot of land, and tell them to go and farm it and have their own industry and bring it come at Denby and use Denby as an agro-processing center. Comrades, Maypen is one of the richest areas. Central Clarendon has one of the best locations geographically in Jamaica because it is central. It is ideally positioned. We can lobby for factories to come here, businesses to come here, and use this as their base to go from any point in Jamaica. But yet we don't have the political will in the present representative to get that done. And that is what we intend to change when we get the reins of power. Comrades, you know that I've always walked with you. As police would say, Sister Jess, I don't understand how you walk so much and you just get fatter and fatter every day. But you know that I'm always walking. Almost every day we are walking Central, and it shows because now you've come out to walk with me. One of the things I've encountered, and it pains my heart, when I got to racetrack, the PNP bastion that is racetrack, and yet the streets, the roads, some of them never see asphalt before. Some of them never see Barber Green before. When we leave from racetrack and me head towards Pennant Wood, and you see the big old hole, the crater that is in the road, and it has been there for months and months and months, but nothing has been done by the representative. When I walk and I go to War Avenue, when I go to Smith Drive, and I see that the roads, them never see asphalt before, it pains my heart. It pains my heart when the people say to me that we know say you're not MP, we know say you don't have the resources to do it, but all we want is just a tractor to grade down the road a little bit. And it tells me that my people in Central Clarendon, we're not greedy. We're not asking for a whole lot. We are simply asking that you help us to help ourselves. And so you deserve to have a representative who will help you to help yourselves. Exactly. We don't want the one night belly full, because it is funny, you know, comrades. I go into a certain community and we walk and the youths them engage with, and we have a good conversation and a good reasoning. And by the very next day, I am told that those who sit on the other side go up there and hand out $500 bills. And I'm saying to you, comrades of Central Clarendon, you're worth more than $500. The other day, on Wednesday of last week, we went to Pleasant Valley and we did a back-to-school treat. And by a couple days later, I hear for the very first time that, thankfully, them take with style and them do a back-to-school treat for the first time in 40 years. In 40 years. But you know, say PNP a trendsetter. You know, say a PNP, we are not followers. And so we're happy that they are doing it. We're happy that they're now trying to assist. But I am saddened that it took them 40 years and a candidate from the People's National Party to force them to go and do that. As I said before, I can't tell you all the plans that we have for you, but know that we have lots of things in store. You know me, and my work has spoken for itself. You know that my emphasis has always been on education, because it is only through education where I've been able to reach where I've wanted to reach. And that is the only way out. And that is why we focus on that. We focus on empowering you in your head and not just your belly. So when we talk about education, you know that there will be progress with Jess. When we talk about crime, you know that there will be progress with Jess. When we talk about unemployment, you know that there will be progress with Jess. So comrades, I want you to leave here tonight with hope in your hearts. I want you to leave here tonight knowing that victory is nigh for the People's National Party. I want you to leave here tonight understanding, because I know that I'm a biblical person, having been christened right down the road at Denby Gospel Assembly. And you know that after 40 years, the Israelites were rescued from bondage. And so after 40 years, Central Clarendon will be rescued from bondage. So comrades, do not lose hope. Do not fear. Do not be intimidated. Stand firm. Jess is here. Stand strong, because redemption is nigh. Stand firm, because we are going to win. We are going to win. We are going to win as the People's National Party.
Step up, come out to vote. Make sure you're on the winning boat. Step up, vote PMP. Progress to Jamaica, progress to